Defiance Health and Wellness Clinic, and we're here today to talk about your new Philips defibrillators. I don't know what they call this. Heart Start. So the biggest, most important thing in cardiac arrest with adults is to get the heart start beating again. Children, it's more important to get them breathing again. Their heart usually stops beating because they've had an interruption in the respirations. Adults, their heart stops beating because there's usually some kind of a disease process. So the first thing and the most important thing that you want to try and do to get their heart rate back is to provide electrical intervention through the chest to the heart to try and get it started again. So you've got a Philips heart start monitor that we just unpacked and ran the self-test on. I just reviewed the instructions, so they're all fairly simple and pretty much the same. It's a 1, 2, 3 process. It looks like this one starts by pulling open the front cover, and that's going to open up the pads and kind of tell the monitor that you're getting ready to use it. Then you have to pull the cover off the front of the pads. Then you're going to pull a yellow piece of plastic out, and the 2 pads are on both sides of the plastic. For an adult 8 years, or for a person 8 years or older or more than 55 pounds, you put 1 patch here and 1 patch down low on the chest. And it shows in a grayed area here, some of these monitors will treat children. They'll sense the impedance or the resistance in the chest and adjust the energy delivery. So for kids, you put 1 patch front of the chest, 1 patch between your shoulder blades in the back, under 8 years of age, 0 to 8.
Does it say that?
It says 0 to 8 on here.
I mean, do you have to open that thing to know that when you're in an emergency situation?
I mean, for the most part, you guys are going to be doing adults, right? 8 years or more.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Look at how many kids running around here.
yeah,
That's
some
true.
of these monitors, can do that, but it would be really unusual for a child arrest situation that you're going to, if you get to them quickly enough, if it's witnessed, usually you'll find that they have a heart rate. They just have an airway obstruction, so you've got to try and get their airway open. So for an adult, you pull the tap, that opens it up. You pull the plastic seal on the patches to expose them. You pull out the plastic strip. You have a patch on each side that you put 1 here and 1 here. It doesn't matter which one you put where. And then it assesses. Once you have it on, it's going to analyze. And you wait until the yellow triangle stops flashing. And then you don't touch the patient. You stop CPR, because if you're doing CPR and this is analyzing, it's going to interfere with its ability to assess if there's a rhythm that needs shocked or not. And then it's going to tell you what to do. And if it says shock is recommended, then you're going to make sure no one's touching the patient. If they're in a pool of water or something like that, you want to get them out of that area so they're dry. You have to expose the chest to put the patches on, obviously. And then you're going to push and hold the orange shock button, and you push and hold it until you can tell the shock was delivered. The person usually kind of jumps a little bit because it activates the skeletal muscle, and then it'll start to reanalyze again. But you want to try and do CPR in between that. So you do 30 compressions and 2 breaths, and usually do that like 5 times, which is about 2 minutes, and then you kind of assess again. But the big thing is getting this hooked up and then delivering that first energy, that first shock. That's basically how it works. So you pull the lever, that turns it on. There's a plastic seal in here. You pull the plastic seal off, then you're going to see a yellow ring. You pull the yellow ring out. Both of your patches are attached to that. One goes on the front of the chest, one goes left low chest, one on the right side, and then do what the machine tells you to do, and that's how you would use the Philips.
Okay.
Does it speak?
Yeah, loudly. Just talk.